Climate change is heavily impacted by agriculture. Between 15 to 30% of emissions are indirectly or directly related to agriculture, to livestock around the world. So it's essential that we place ourselves at the heart of the problematic, because agriculture is at the same time a cause of the issue, but it's also a great opportunity to resolve the issue. So it has been at the heart of our strategy for the last 5 years to develop solutions which change the way farming is organized, is producing produces, either for human consumption or for livestock consumption, but even more and more for energy generation, and how we can affect that and contribute positively to this change, to have for the future an agriculture which is producing more, drawing on less resources because they will be always dwindling, and contributing to a resolution of the climate change issue rather than an aggravation of the issue. Well, we started back in 2006. Maybe it was not at the heart of the preoccupation at that time, but we basically started with promoting the use of biodiesel fuel in agricultural equipment. From there, we've evolved working more and more on emissions reduction. Agriculture is emitting, of course, because we use machines to plant, drill, and later harvest the crops. So we've actively implemented some low-emission solution using technology from more advanced industry, like the car or the truck industry. We've also developed a wide array of products to harvest biomass. Nowadays, biomass is probably one of the solutions for the tomorrow's energy to supplement or substitute fossil energies. Biomass is probably the key. So we've developed a vast line of product to be able to basically harvest this biomass and not just harvest the fruit of the crops as we used to do in the past. We've worked also a lot on the carbon footprint of producers. More and more, it's one of the measures which are done to try to justify the sustainability of the production system of any agricultural produce. So we've worked on that. Lately, we just got even rewarded with a medal at the Agritechnica Fair in Germany. And finally, we've developed a concept of energy-independent farming based on a hydrogen cycle coupled to electrolysis of electricity from solar, wind, or even from a biogas installation co-generating electricity to let's say, to test a case for the future, what could be the solution we bring to the challenge on a farm. The greatest challenge is agriculture is at the heart of the climate change problematic. The greatest challenge is to manage to make a change in an industry which is quite conservative, at the same time which probably carries the biggest opportunity for the resolution of the issue we face. The greatest challenge is also to probably draw capitals and investment into changing this industry. A lot of research, investment, subsidies from government and public bodies across the world go towards emission reduction on cars, on trucks. A lot of focus on, let's say, urban problematics. Not enough goes to the agricultural world, to the rural world, which is one of the biggest challenges. We've got today's solution, either technological or even just in practice, changing practice, for example, from heavy tillage to no-till at all, or direct seeding. But it's a whole change which will definitely require some support, because sometimes it causes some short-term losses which are only compensated on time when these practices are progressively delivering the benefit. The best example is direct seeding. I see the future of agriculture as a solution rather than a source of issue. Basically, today we've got a world economy relying on fossil fuels, which basically draw resources which we burn, which are polluting our atmosphere and our Earth. Agriculture just plays a minor role into that equation, actually being using a lot of this fossil fuel to produce the goods. In the future, I see that the agriculture, growing in its capacity to produce both food and energy, will be probably a solution, in the sense that it can generate the renewable energy the world is seeking, because we need renewable energy which are not polluting. And at the same time, new practices can help also agriculture play a role of carbon sink to absorb carbon dioxide, and to avoid this further effect of freeing from the ground greenhouse gases, which are further damaging the environment. So I really see agriculture today maybe sometimes spotted as a source of the issue, but definitely it's one of the fields where there is the biggest potential for a proactive solution for the future. It's important. There are a lot of players which act independently. Agriculture is a small, let's say, confidential sector. Sometimes it's not the world of big corporate companies which deal with, let's say, consumer products or with mass markets, who are in the end just a business to business. So it's a relatively small, restrained public, not always with a big voice. So it's important that we are present in this kind of event to share our perspective on things, because again, we may just have a little voice, but we can probably bring a lot to the solution globally.